first off, I guess, how's Alex feeling? Obviously, it was a bit of a tragic ending after the game and in the final moments, but as the boys getting around him and then making him feel a little bit better about the ending?
Oh, I don't think he'd be thinking about it too much. There's a lot of moments throughout the game that we could have done a lot better, and yeah, to be honest, when you asked how Alex was, I didn't know who you were talking about there, and I didn't know what was wrong with him. But yeah, look, I think that we would never blame one single person for an act that he did. Sometimes those things get paid, sometimes they don't. So yeah, we'll just move on, because I thought we did a lot right throughout the night. Last quarter really hurt us, and Brisbane, being a great team that they are over the past 3 or 4 years, they were able to capitalise and hurt us and get their win. So yeah.
How's your body feeling, Jay? Just a light session for you out there today?
Yeah, just a light session. First game back, so just looking after me. It's good to be back out there. I'm not a great watcher of football, so I was glad I was back out there on Friday night, and yeah, feeling really good, and I was really happy with how I felt out there, considering I had 4 or 5 weeks off.
What do you need to do to address your fourth quarters and your goal scoring in the last quarter?
Yeah, funny enough, I think that as much as it's about goal scoring, I think it's about the whole fourth quarter really. It's all phases of our game. Really struggled. Our defence wasn't as good as it was. Our contest probably wasn't as good as it was, and then on the back of that, when we do get the ball back, we'll probably not able to generate some offence. So I think it's all parts of our game, and it's probably been a trend for the past 2 weeks. We acknowledge that. We probably played a little bit safe, but I think it's about just letting guys believe that we're there for a reason, I think, and sort of we went away from what we were doing so well in the first 3 quarters. So for us, I think it's just continuing to play the game and not worry about and get dictated to by results.
How do you get that dare back, I guess? You talked about going into your shells. How do you find that again?
I think it's just giving guys confidence, really. Because you can see that we can do it for 3 quarters, and against probably the in-form side of the competition in Brisbane over the past 5 weeks, we're able to take it up to them. But as I said, where credit's due, they were there in the last quarter and they were able to capitalise. And I think it's really about just giving guys the confidence to be able to do that. And when we are in those moments again, which we are, which every single team in the AFL is at the minute, it's such an even competition. It's just about believing in ourselves and continuing to play the game.
Do you feel like you can still be a contender, turn things around and be there at the pointy end?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're 1 game clear, or 1 game away from third. So it's been an up and down season for everyone. I think Sydney are probably the only team in the competition right now that have had a pretty consistent run in terms of winning games and playing good football. So we understand that we've got a lot of work to do, no doubt about it. For the past probably 3 years before this, we've been in positions where we're holding on to top 4, whereas now we're pushing to play finals. So I think it breeds a new challenge for the group. A lot of us have been here for over the last 3 or 4 years. So I think it's about just coming in every day and wanting to get better. And we definitely want to be playing finals footy and being a contender. And we have no doubt about that. If we continue to play like we did in the first 3 quarters, we're going to give ourselves the best chance.
There's a logjam of teams on 32 points. You're one of those. Do you feel the margin for error is very, very narrow?
Maybe a little bit. I think it's just more about continuing to play our best footy when the time's right. And I think for us, we'll continue to do that. And 32 points. You look at the ladder, but you're trying not to at the same time. You're trying to be driven by getting better each day and winning the game that comes up, because I think gone are the days where you look at a team lower than you on the ladder and think, oh, this might be an easy run or an easy game. It's just such an even competition right now. And I think if we continue to, as I said, play like we did in the first 3 quarters, I think we're going to give ourselves a good chance.
Jake, as an elite defender, I mentioned Alex's incident at the end of the game. I saw Menzies. I don't know if you saw his rush behind and the controversy around that. How would you like to see the rule? Do you like the rule as it is at the moment? How it's different between the goal square and the boundary, or do you think it needs to be changed, or how would you like it as well? And how would it benefit defenders if you want to change it?
Yeah, when it's me, just let me rush it behind. I'm always under pressure. So, but no, I think that it's a hard game to umpire, and I think that everyone has probably realised that over this year especially. There's been a lot of talk around umpires, but it's a bloody hard game to umpire, and it's they've got a lot of things going on, and the deliberate one, I think that it's funny. Like sometimes we've got calls against us where you actually just kick the ball out of congestion. You think you're under pressure, and you're not trying to kick it towards the boundary. You're just trying to kick it forward, and it comes off the side of your boot. They think it's insufficient attempt. So I think for us, we'll just keep playing the game. But yeah, I don't know. The slower that you look at the Nibs one, I think that you could say that potentially got tripped over. Potentially he knew what he was doing the whole time and wanted it to get over the boundary line. So it's just really how the umpire sees it. And yeah, the Menzies one, again, like, it's funny, forwards are getting smarter as well. They say as soon as they see you near the line, they just step back and don't go near you. So it's almost a bit of cat and mouse sometimes. So yeah, I think that yeah, we'll just continue to learn off the things that happen, and hopefully that we don't get caught in too many of those situations. But it was a pretty good kick from McCluggage as well. Like, he's put it 50 metres out on the boundary. Like, yeah, I was standing right there and thought, oh, he'd probably kick it at the top of the goal square, but good players do that and they kick goals, so it hurt us. But in the end, we don't blame one player or one rule or one decision.
In terms of your time off, you said you're not good at watching on. Did you have a different role? Like, people might have seen you in the coach's box. Did you have a different role while you were out?
I think it's just more about potentially sometimes giving a player's perspective to the coaches. Our coaches are great. They understand that the game's hard, but I give you the red hot tip, it is so easy from level 3. You can see so much, and you sort of sit there and sometimes ask yourself, oh, why didn't this player do this? Why didn't this player do that? But when you're down on ground level and there's, 35 other guys around you, it is quite hard. So sometimes I was just giving that perspective, but also, the coaches meet a lot together. So, I'd just go down at half time and speak to the boys about what I could see, and really try and give a player's perspective, or just give them the information maybe a different way. So I was trying to stay involved as much as possible, because otherwise you just float around and you don't have any purpose coming in. So for me, it was really important just to continue to help the coaches and help the players while I can.
The reintroduction of State of Origin has been a bit of a topic. What are your thoughts on it? Is that something as a player you aspire to achieve?
Oh, absolutely. I think that it would be awesome, to be honest. I think that players, there's always the All-Australian team and everything like that, and you get a blazer, but to be able to play for, your home state, there's always rivalries within the footy club about, we've got a lot of WA boys at the minute, and, SA boys, they're always pretty proud of themselves. So to get a State of Origin game would be unbelievable. I think you can see, reflecting back, it's probably before my time, before I was born, playing, State of Origin footy. It was awesome to watch, and you would go and watch the highlights, and I think it would be awesome. But again, it's risk versus reward. What about if you get injured in one of those games? That's always the risk. But yeah, for a player, I'd love to be able to get the opportunity to represent Victoria. That'd be great.
Last couple of how do you and Stephen assess the challenge of Jake Waterman and Oscar Allen this weekend, and how might those matchups look?
Yeah, it's another challenge. Again, like as I said, no easy games. Jake Waterman, last time against us, I think he kicked 5 goals. He was probably the informed forward of the competition at that time. So I think, yes, Steve, myself, the whole backline group are going to be looking forward to that challenge, because yeah, last time we probably got beaten by them. I only played a couple of minutes, but it was tough to watch from the bench. But yeah, we're looking forward to that challenge. As you've said, they've got Oscar Allen back there, their co-captain, and then Jack Darling's a handful down there when he's in form as well. So they've got some forwards, but I think that we'd like to pride ourselves on that when challenged and when there's the best, we kind of stand up and want to be able to really perform under those big expectations. And this week, Sunday, it's going to be a big job.
Want to see more from the D's? Then don't forget to subscribe up here.